Hi there everybody. Today I was on my way to a little town, a little small hamlet to make a Mudflood video, and I took a wrong turning up at the top of the hill a few miles back. And I'm lost. And I'm lost in a place here now that that looks like the little name of the little river by the forge. This place has no name. It doesn't have a signpost. And then there are these buildings, and much more than these buildings. And someone came along and mud flooded this. And I'm going to go down there in a few moments and check it out round behind. It goes down and down. But we're right out here in the middle of nowhere. I mean, there is nothing around here except this beautiful house here, which looks like it's built upon another older structure. And they've got this beautiful lake and their own little private beach. And I thought I'd stop the car and do a little bit of investigating. And as you can see, there's an older structure, again capped off, manicured. And what is that thing like over there? We'll zoom in on that. And we'll go over there in a moment and we'll investigate that. I hear water. What's this thing? Some part of an old mill around here or something. Well, this is quite a lot down. That's 40 feet down below me. There are a few pits over there to the left. Yeah, I'll zoom in on this as well, because that is quite a structure. Look at the size of these stones. And again, the rubble. Let me zoom out. Zoom out. I can't zoom out. Why am I not zooming out? Let me stall one moment, please. There, we're back. I'll take a little walk up the road here, past the house. As long as nobody comes out and complains. Anyway, no law against filming in the middle of the road. Yeah, absolutely beautiful. Again, it has no signpost, it has no name. You'll never find it. There are many places like this deep in the countryside around here. What an absolute beauty. And again, built on top of something else. Not going to go too much further up here and interfere with these people's privacy. We have a little peek down here. What's going on down here? Whoa, look what we got here. Yeah, and there's another one. Man, look at these stones. Now, if you ask me, I would say that they were part of the older structure. Oh, they've got a little bridge going up to the second floor. And then they've got kind of mud flood windows. Anyway, let me pause for now to keep this video not that long, and I will start again when we get to the far side of the bridge. That looks like a boathouse of sorts, and it goes right down into the water on the other side. But now, let's investigate. Oh, feet making noise. Yeah, I got lost up at the top of the hill, took the wrong turning, and ended up down here. And this had to have been something in its day. But again, it's so far from anywhere. I mean, it's really down a country road. I've been here, what, 5-10 minutes now? Not a single car has passed by on that road. And we go down. Let me step out of here. On one of my videos, I commented that I'm not going down into that long grass because of the bears and the lions and the tigers, but no, really. You have to be very careful going into long grass around here because we have snakes, vipers. There be dragons in there, that long grass there. Also, one day in long grass, you would not believe what I came across. An Asian hornet's nest in the long grass. Whoa, that goes down. That goes in and that goes down. And we're way down below the level of the road right here, right now. I'm trying to watch the screen, watch the film, and keep an eye out for the dragons that might be down there in that there long grass there. Although it's rather cooler today than it has been recently, so they like to come out in the warm weather. Look at this. And I hear more noise down there, like I hear water flowing down below me. I'm going down even further. Yeah. So this was something in its day. More than just a farm. More than just your average farmhouse. Deep here in the countryside, this here was some type of bastion for some bourgeois pre-mudflood. And it looks like it didn't fare very well. There's rocks all over the place. And little bridges. And it goes down. And then it goes up again. I'll go up there in a moment. Ooh, another lake. Yeah, there's a little bridge going across there. Definitely this place, right out here in the middle of nowhere with no name on it, was something mega at some stage. Rocks strewn everywhere, and these big stones in the ground. Keep going. All the way down. Ooh, another lake, and again, artificial, built up with these massive, beautiful stones. Terrace after terrace. I like it. Whoops. Fish. Oh, we got, oh, what have we got over here? Shattered. Strewn. All over the place. Now, I don't know how far down from the roadside I am here, but I'm quite a distance down. I just kept going down and down and down. This place is something else. Had to have been something very important in its day. But to be so far from the rest of the civilization, well, maybe it wasn't. Maybe it wasn't so far from civilization when it was in its heyday. I can hear the waterfall again. Keep an eye out for snakes. Whoa, whoa, man! A duck, again, wrecked, strewn. Let me have a quick zoom in here. Rocks strewn all over the place. I'll stall here. Yeah, I gotta start it again here on my way back up. And these beautiful oak trees, all just leaning out over the riverbank, the lakeside reservoir. Unreal. I don't think I'm on private property here. I didn't see any signs. When I see a sign saying private, don't go in, I just walk on by. I didn't see any signs here. So, I'm going to keep investigating. Now we gotta go up and have a look at this thing up here. Hold on there. And wow, the sun is coming out. And look at this beautiful oak tree. Absolutely wonderful. And then we got more. Now let's climb. Again. Yeah. Mudflood for sure. Anyway, the people at the house didn't come out. They didn't come out and say anything like, "This is my house, what are you doing here?" Anyway, that's what it is. There's more. Okay, I think I'm going to leave it at that. Okay, one final peek at this beauty before I head off to the next place. Okay, this is the actual little village I was on my way to when I got lost. This place is called Le Bourdieix. And again, it's a few miles from that little place I was in there with no name. And again, we are in the tiniest of hamlets here. I wouldn't say that there are more than 50 people living in this hamlet. And right across the road, we've got this beautiful church. What they now call a church. Incredible buttresses. Now let me just take a jump up here. And have a little peek at it. Alright, not a whole lot to see here. Some old stuff. But again, it's been recently re-plastered, or crépé as they call it down here in France. Nice buttress. And just carry on across the road here, have a little bit of a look over this wall, see what I can see. Rush hour. And again, a magnificent house, a beautiful house with a beautiful lake on a slope down to the lake's edge. Right, let us continue. I'm finding these places sometimes by accident. I take shortcuts home, and I mean, it doesn't matter where I stop. As I drive through these country roads, coming across little houses on the side of the road that are miles from anywhere, and they are all mud flooded. You go to any farm up on the top of a hill or out on its own, or wherever it is, and you'll see signs. Now, I tried to get into this church the other day as I passed by, and it was locked. So maybe they still got some gold stashed in there. Doubtful. Probably locked because the gatekeeper is still in bed. Anyway, we'll go up and we'll take a little bit of a closer look at it. There are a couple of interesting things here, and there is one incredibly interesting thing, and it could be a scoop, actually. There's a coat of arms there on that door, and again, they've same coat of arms there up on the wall. You know, not really giant doors or anything like that, but we got something here with some age in it, you know. By the looks of it, from here, it looks to me like it was maybe even taller, and they cut the roof off it. Anyway, there's another building up here. I don't know if I will go all the way up there. I'll stall it here. And another beauty, Mudflood windows. I hope you can hear me here because it is rather windy. And I noticed on my last video the tiniest little bit of wind, and I couldn't be heard. Yep. And one more great thing. See that? Gestapo militia just drove by. Anyway, they drove by. And there's your church. And look what we got here. A round tower, absolutely enormous. Must be 40 feet wide. With scorch marks on it. Yeah? And I gotta step back from this because this is enormous. The only door into it appears to be that door up there. There are no other entrances here on the ground. So where is the entrance into this place? Who knows how far below this mud flooded surface? And I'm gonna fall over. Sorry. I'm walking around. There you go. There's no doors. And I mean, the width of this tower would say that, I mean, it was absolutely enormous. So whatever way they got into it, they got into it. You're going to have to dig down right now to find where the hole was. Now, in that opening up there, I'm going to have to try to zoom in on it because I'm looking at the interior wall of it. It's about 4 or 5 feet thick. Yeah. And it, on the far side of the road, it goes on. And it goes on. And it goes on. And it's another fortress out in the middle of nowhere, deep in the countryside, that once was something. Now, here comes the interesting bit. A YouTuber who makes excellent videos, used to be called Lance Reynard Haphazard, has now changed it to Haphazard Universe Productions. And he made a video called Muddy America Land Grab, Antiquitech Destruction, Comets and 1812 Aftermath. He made this video about 6 months ago, and I saw it a few days ago. And he said he was reading from eyewitness accounts of the mud flood in the 19th century. And in these eyewitness accounts, they said that the earth was moving like the waves on the ocean. And if you can imagine a wave on the ocean, it rises and it rises right up to the crest of a wave, and then it drops off on a cliff face. And in many places that I come to around here that are mud flooded, I climb the hill and I climb and climb to the very top of the hill. And when I get to the top of the hill, I'm standing on the crest of one of these waves. The hill ends and down it goes like a cliff edge for hundreds of feet. And this is one place, in another video I made in the village of Rancone when I was at the top of the hill, even though I said I was on the top of a big wall. Again, it looked like the crest of a wave and that the mud flow froze in its wave-crested form. And we've got these cliffs, and some of them overhang, and you can see that the rock has turned to mud rock. And maybe this is how the mud flood froze. Now, what's that place over there? I think I made a video in that town. I think that is Badil. Maybe I'm wrong. I could be wrong though. I actually am too far from there. I don't know what that place is. Needs investigating. Anyway, so here I am standing right now on the crest of a mud flood hill where the land drops right down. And you definitely would not want to try and surf down that. If you ski down there, you'll be going home in plaster. Anyway, what can I say? Mudflood France. I'm probably going to call this video Lost in a Place with No Name. Talk to you all soon.